Hey there everyone, Dr. Beth Westy here, and I wanted to pop on and talk about why and how your weight can change throughout the month, what to do about it, and of course, this is really helpful information to make you, get more informed so you're not feeling crazy, right? A lot of times you feel crazy, you're like, oh, I'm trying to be healthy, I'm trying to do all these things, but for some reason my system is not following suit, it's not following along. I must be doing something wrong. And we end up shifting and changing our tactic, what we're doing before the results really show. And I'll explain that in our hormonal cycle and how fast or slow, really, right? It's not fast. Things come about. If you're wondering, I cut my finger cutting a lemon this morning. Just was not being safe. I was holding the lemon and I just sliced. It's okay. It's fine. It's tiny. It's like the tiniest thing. Almost embarrassed. That's what I did. But, I know I'm going to get comments or people are going to message me asking. So there it is. It's just a lemon. It's fine. I'm fine. I'll use a cutting board next time, I promise. Anyway, on to talking about hormones and our weight and why your weight changes throughout the month. Now, I'm not just going to cover what a typical pattern can look like. I'm also going to layer in and start talking about other things that women struggle with and how this adds an extra layer of excitement. I don't know. It's probably not really exciting for you, but it's important that you know. So day 1 is the first day of your period. Day 14 is about when you ovulate. Day 28 is when that ends. The first couple of weeks here, this is when estrogen is higher. Second couple of weeks is when progesterone is higher. Now again, I'm not an artist, right? This is an about, depiction. So you can really get to look at this and say, oh my gosh, my body is totally different throughout the month. When we're looking at this first week here, like here, right? This, right? Versus this, when you hit here, right? Versus here. Look at that. And then here, right? Look at how things change. So if you're just going to look at this first week, look at these hormones. Look at what they're doing, right? Like non-existent at the beginning, and then estrogen really starts to rise, and estrogen is dominant during this whole time here. Then ovulation happens and the opposite goes on. Well, why is that important? In terms of your body's fat burning ability, this is why it's important. In general, estrogen is going to burn carb easier, right? Progesterone, you're actually going to burn fat easier. You have a higher basal body temperature here. You get to tap into that thermogenic effect. Yay! So does that mean that I'm going to weigh less here? No! Oh, no! Why? Wouldn't that make sense? Yes, it would, but that's not how the body works. Here's how this works. So day 1, the first day of your period here, this is what's happening, and it's leading up from this too, because this is just a continuation. Like this is a nonstop roller coaster. You never get off this ride until menopause. Yeah. So when your period starts, your uterus is like the biggest it's going to be for the entire month. Here, right at the end and right at the beginning. Why? Because it's just full of fluid, right? You have more blood volume here and here than you do at other times of the month. Your uterus is twice the size. It grows twice as big. Wow. Yeah. That's amazing. And then through having your period in a very short amount of time, that uterus shrinks down again, right? Or it should. I should preface that. And then this is when typically women will feel like really good. They have a ton of energy. I can work out. I'm not as sore. Yay me. Awesome. And then you ovulate, and that starts to change a little bit. Some women notice a little bit of a difficulty as they get up into this region. For some women, it's really heading into this region here. And I want to talk for just a minute about the difference in terms of how you're feeling in the differences here. Right here, this is actually the highest hormone time throughout the month in terms of what your progesterone and estrogens are doing. And it's the hardest thing hormonally for your system to deal with. So if you're noticing a harder time here, it's because that's the high hormone time and your body's having a hard time processing all those hormones. Here, these hormones are coming down right before your period, like 3 days, 2 days, the day before your period starts. So you should start to feel better from here. If not, oftentimes, if you're having really bad mood swings, PMS, right, cravings, all this other stuff, what that's telling you is that you have a nutrient depletion. And so often it's because we've shifted or changed something because we felt like crap. We do this all the time. I remember, I feel like I was at early high school. The first time I ever heard a teammate talk about, oh, we didn't work out today, we can't eat as much. And I was like, why? I'm just gonna eat anyway. The food is here, I'm gonna eat it. What do you mean I didn't work out? You know, like you had to earn your food. No, right? So this is what, I spit all over myself when I just did that. Okay, so this is what we do to ourselves mentally as we're going through the month, and this is why this is important we acknowledge this and realize this for our bodies and systems. So say on the first day here, you are 150 pounds. This is just easy math for me to do. And you're like, yes, I'm gonna get healthy this month. Here we go, I'm eating clean, I'm working out, I'm gonna do all the things. Yay me. Okay, great. You get to day 7 here, the first weekend, all right? And again, you're feeling pretty good. And you're like, oh my gosh, I lost 2 pounds. This is amazing. Now keep in mind, when women lose weight, it's different than men. Women will lose weight in a different pattern, fashion, everything else. These are things that I teach you in detail in the 12-week challenge. Let me put a link here. If you guys are not on the wait list for the 12-week challenge, you want to get on the wait list right now. So there's the link in the comments. Registration opens in about a week and a half. I only offer the registration link on the wait list because I do fill up. And then I have to cap the group because I work with each gal individually in this protocol. So you're getting the right thing for you and your body and your system. So there's a wait list. Do not miss out on it. But this is something we're like, oh my God, I lost 2 pounds. Again, for men, they can lose 2 pounds and have it be pure fat really easily. For women, it's really, really hard to get our system to lose 2 pounds of pure fat in a week. Yeah. But the scale went down. The scale went down. Yay. Oh, I'm doing the right thing. I'm going to keep doing it. Great. So then you get to, I'm doing it again, right? Week two, doing the same thing. Oh my gosh. Now the scale says 146. I am down 4 pounds already. This is stupendous. This is amazing. I love it. I got to keep going. I'm going to keep doing the same thing. But something changes. You get a new body this week. Oh, and what does this body do? Instead of losing the weight, it decides to go like this. 147. And you're like, oh, I went up a pound. I must be doing something wrong. I have to course correct immediately so that I keep losing weight. This is wrong, right? Because we're ingrained that if you're not losing weight every week, then you're getting off track for some reason. That's not how women really lose weight. And when women lose weight, typically we're talking about, right? I'm not just talking about like, oh, like getting skinnier, right? I'm talking about being in your healthiest body, getting that muscle tissue built up to actually boost your metabolism. That's going to help your system burn more fat naturally throughout the day, right? To be in your healthiest functioning body. So you feel good, right? It's not just about like being skinny to fit in a pair of pants. No. But when we see things like this, because we've been brainwashed on, oh, this is wrong, it's going in the wrong direction, I must be screwing something up, I gotta course correct here. I gotta shift and change what I'm doing. So what women will do, especially in this week here of your hormonal cycle, which is so important, this is the time when you need more nutrient. Again, you learn all these things in the 12-week challenge. You need more nutrient, you need more proteins, you need more healthy fats, you need more minerals. If you're not getting that, your body's metabolism powers down. Yeah. So you gained a pound, you're freaking out. Holy crap. I got to do something different. It's just salads. Salads and like lemon water all day. No nutrient. Your system crashes. You feel like garbage. You're losing your energy. You get really bloated. Really bloated. You're not going to the bathroom as much. Another problem. Right? And you're thinking, okay, this has to have worked. I'm exhausted. I've been like kind of keeping myself hungry. That's how I'm going to lose the weight here. And then you get to here, right? And your body is like this, 149. What? The nerve. The nerve. What? Are you kidding me? So that in this month, you're doing so good. And we don't think of it as, oh my gosh, what's happened in this month time frame. We think of it as, oh, this is the problem. I gained 3 pounds, which isn't necessarily accurate. I mean, look at the different bodies that you're in, right? Look at the different bodies that you're in. It's not about gaining or losing weight, right? It is more about what this body is doing and where your system is at in proportion to that. So at the end, like right before your period starts, you have like a ton of fluid in your system. You should weigh more here than you do here. Some women, by the way, this is a very moderate number. This is very moderate. Some women, it's a 5 to 10 pound swing. That means that if they are 146 here, they are 156 here. That is something that happens for women, and it is crushing to have to look at that number on the scale again and again and again and feel like you are failing. You're not failing. You're not failing. That's a normal thing, right? So now you're 149 at the very end. Your period starts, and say you take your measurement then the next day, even from here to here, because your period started and maybe you have a heavy first day or whatever, that's going to change the outcome. That's going to change your system. So now, next month, here, day 1, you're starting off at 147. Now, when you're looking and saying, okay, comparing this body to this body month to month, you actually lost 3 pounds. That's a positive shift and change. For women to have healthy weight loss, right? People talk about, oh, losing between a pound or 2 a week. That's healthy. That's a way to really maintain it. And that's so easy for the male body to do. The female body just isn't going to do that naturally. You might get 2 pounds a week, but you're not going to do that all month long. And in fact, if you try really hard to restrict yourself at the beginning, you will have typically more gain at the end because your system is depleted in those nutrients that it needs, and it will tell you, and it will get those nutrients, and it will hold on to them as tight as possible. And then you lead into weight loss resistance. So a lot of what I do with women in the 12-week challenge is work with weight loss resistance issues, hormone issues, adrenal issues, gut issues, right? Sleep issues. These are all really, really important for metabolism. So again, link is there in the comments. This is one of the key things to really help things turn around. Now, you might be thinking, is that real? Like, and when would that happen for somebody? I'll tell you when this happens for somebody. If you are somebody that, I'm going to use a different color marker. Because it'll look nice. Okay. When we're looking at things like PCOS, fibroids, endometriosis. This is rough, right? Adenomyosis. Right? These very painful, very problematic, right? Female issues, right? Now, especially for things like endometriosis, you can have tissue outside of the uterus, right? That all is going to react to the hormone shift and change, creating more inflammation, creating more swelling. So this weight shift from here to here is not about fat, right? It's about fluid. It's about inflammation and about everything else. So your fluid level, your inflammation level changes so much throughout the month that it's really hard to decipher and say, this is what's really normal for me and this is not. If you were to restrict your water intake for a day, you're going to be lighter the next day. You'll be dehydrated, but you'll be lighter, right? That's why, I mean, some of the most unhealthy things that, gals do and that we're told to do are, cleanses, colon cleanses, where you're basically, you can't leave the bathroom. Can't leave the bathroom, right? Just flushing all of that out. That's fluid, not working on body composition change, building up your muscle, getting stronger, getting leaner. Right? So you have to really look at the right measurements here and realize that if you have a complicating factor, I should also put, this is also true. This also happens for women who are in menopause. This change here, this is getting really messy. I'm so sorry. But this change throughout the month, you can have a change even if you're in menopause. Why? Because these hormones are also created in other tissues. Not to the same degree here, but it's on a smaller scale. But you'll still notice that. So that's very normal. So how do you measure? What do you do? If you're going to measure on day 1, then that's your measurement day. That's not my favorite day to do it. But if you're going to measure yourself every week, like day 3, right? And then day 10, right? Day 17, and then right at the end again, measure 4 times throughout the month, but compare, right? Compare to the previous month. Don't compare week to week. Compare the next month down to the previous month. That's your true progress. That's giving you that accurate measurement. Now, the really, really tough thing is, and again, this is something we work on in the 12-week challenge. Not only do we work on, we're talking about all these nutrition things, we're talking about all these hormone things, mindset piece. The mindset piece behind this, to understand this, that's the hardest thing to walk through. Because even when you see the scale go up and you're freaking out, you're like, oh God, this isn't working, this isn't working, this isn't working. Your system is still going through something really positive. It's still doing something really good. So you need to stay on track. Most of the time when women implement something, a new health change, you're not doing it long enough to really make a hormonal imprint on your body. And we quit too early because we think it's not working or it's not the right thing, when really you just didn't, take the right measurements to let it do the thing it's supposed to do long enough in your body. Because this happens and we freak out like, oh no, abort mission. No, I can't do this anymore. I can't do even if it's a great protocol. So that's one of the things. Now in the 12-week challenge protocol, right, the meal guide that I have, it takes you through protein pacing, carb cycling, right, burning carbs, intermittent fasting, different intermittent fasting patterns for women and how to do it for the female body, and we implement it for fat burning. Yes, right? So you're learning how to implement the right techniques at the right time of the month for you. And it's also clean eating, right? You're shifting up your food and nutrition, so you're getting in a variety of proteins that's going to help your body respond better and better. But there's all these different tactics that are built in. That's why the women that I work with, they primarily have issues, hormonal issues, thyroid issues, sometimes other complicating factors on top of that. And they get great results. Why? Because there's a lot of different components that are built in, but we're also working with your body and hormones, and we're not expecting things to change overnight because we're really giving it the grace and time that it needs to go through this process correctly. Now you might be thinking, wait, okay, so this was the thing that was normal and then it went down. What if this is you, right? I just gained 10 pounds throughout the month. Holy bananas. What? Yeah, then after the period, oftentimes you'll drop that weight. And then again, if you're working with your metabolism, it can be and then some. So you're looking at month to month progress. 2 to 4 pounds, maybe 5. 5 to 6 pounds is harder to achieve for a female body on a consistent basis. if you're talking about actual adipose tissue change, body composition change. When people say, oh yeah, I just lost 5 pounds this week, it's not fat. It's inflammation. It's fluid, right? You can start your period and lose weight. Right? Not the same thing. It's not the same thing. So it's really important that you're measuring and looking at the correct thing for your body and system. Yeah, and again, once you learn how to work with your body, how to work with your system, and if you have, again, more complicated things going on, how to navigate through that you're not going to get held up by anything anymore. You're not going to be stuck, frustrated, feeling like you just keep starting over and over and over and over on all these different things that seem to work for other people, but they're not working for you. And you're like, why isn't it working for me? Because you're not working with your system, and that's what it really needs. Yeah. So that's what I got for you guys tonight. Please let me know if you have any questions. Again, link there in the comments for the 12-week challenge. If you have questions, you can always put a question in the comments. You can always message me. I'm here as a resource for you. Lots and lots of good info coming. Oh my gosh, I just got a paper cut. I don't know what's happening. I'm destroying my left hand today. It's good. Other resources I have for you. My YouTube channel is called Dr. Beth Westy. You can subscribe to that to stay updated on all the videos that I have coming out. And they're all archived there. So if you're like, what's endometriosis? I've got a video on it on my YouTube channel. You can go search it. My podcast is called The Female Health Solution. And then my book is called The Female Fat Solution. This is on Amazon. And I talk more about how to match your nutrition to your cycle throughout the month to get and keep the best results possible. So again, thank you for tuning in. If you found this helpful, please share it with other women that could use this message. If you've been talking to somebody and you were like, holy crap, I was just talking about this, that I was doing all these things and actually gained weight. What was I doing wrong? Maybe nothing, right? Maybe you have something else going on that you need to work with your body system even more to make sure you're moving in the right direction and measuring the right thing for your system. Measure the right thing at the right time. Yes. Okay. All right. That's what I got for you. Hope you have a great rest of your night, and I will see you guys later.